Memorial Stadium, a.k.a. Death Valley, for what should be a fantastic college football game. And now the coin toss, and it's presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Florida State is lined up to kick the ball off first, and we are ready to go. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 20. Tackle made at the 23-yard line. Ross is a guy that quarterbacks like you, Herbie, have got to love. You get it somewhere in the area, he's going to pull it in.
And really, specifically looking at him and the relationship that he has with his quarterback, it just seems like these guys have spent hours working in the offseason trying to develop that chemistry, because there are a lot of times where the quarterback's anticipating and throwing the football before this receiver's out of his break. That just shows me great communication and great chemistry between a quarterback and an outstanding wide receiver.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Makes the grab and steps out right away.
He made a really good move at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes all you need to do is throw off the defender's timing just a little bit at the start of the play.
So they're going to try to determine if the receiver had possession and was inbounds or not. They call it a catch, but the booth signaled down to the referee that they'd like to take another peek at this.
Man, as I see this play again, it really looks like he made the correct call on the field.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
The ruling on the field will stand. He caught it.
The only thing left to say about this play is that was an excellent catch.
Gets it out quickly, and he's hit immediately. That's 4 yards on the play.
Tight end does a good job here of selling his block and then getting out on his route and making a nice catch for a good gain.
From their own 44-yard line. 2nd down. They'll bring him down around the 43-yard line.
That play was over before it got started. That was just a case of the offensive line getting beat at the snap of the ball.
And they've got the dime package in there to try and deal with this 5-receiver look. Here comes the pressure. Missed tackle. And they bring him down for a sack on the play.
The protection broke down. The defense was in the backfield in a hurry, and they brought the quarterback down. Nice play.
They've got 10 guys up. It looks like they're going to try to block this one. And this one is a beauty. Got the corner. He'll take it from the 18. He's pushed out of bounds at the 31. The quarterback brings his troops out onto the field for the first drive of the game. He's to the 40. He's tackled at the 43-yard line. Nice gain for the halfback.
That time they kept it on the ground with the counter play. The blocking was great up front, and the tailback was able to get into the open field and do some special things.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 43. That close to being intercepted.
Number 7 was the intended receiver. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 47. He's under some heat. He airs it out. And this one's going to get intercepted. He just jumped up and snatched that ball.
Well, there, I don't think the quarterback even saw him. The defender went up into the air and made a great catch.
First and 10. Ball on their own 29. They give to the tailback. And he's taken down around the 46-yard line. So the run goes for a big first down.
The offensive line opened up some nice lanes to run through as well. Nice play.
We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 46-yard line. Decent run here, right side.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Shipley takes it right side. He's knocked out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
What is going on with this defense? I mean, don't get me wrong. The offense is doing a nice job with first downs, and they're executing well. But the defense is just letting them maintain possession and move the ball right down the field. They've got to try to change things up with their scheme. Be more aggressive, attack, do some things to change it up, take some risks.
Broke away from one. From the 22-yard line, it's first down. And they push him out at the 13-yard line. And he's tackled at the 10.
Well, that's the 5th first down for this offense on this drive. The defense, you can look at their hands are on their knees, hands are on their hips. They're looking tired. This offense right now has this defense exactly where they want it.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. Tackle at the 9. Maybe a yard on that draw play.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive. And they get nice yardage on that run. Shipley gets 6 yards on the play. So here we go. It's 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. He's going to run for the end zone, and he doesn't get in.
That was a loss of 1 yard. That brings up 4th and goal.
Clemson could take the lead with this field goal. He gets it up, and it is good.
And you got to think they're pretty happy with holding them to a field goal right there.
Potter has the ball set, and he looks ready to kick this one deep. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The Tigers really took care of business on defense that first time out, Herbie.
One of the great traditions in college football is this defense and the way they play with such passion and enthusiasm in this environment. We're seeing that again today.
You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. Pitch out, got the corner. He's to the 40, brought down around the 45-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 45. He's scrambling. And he's going to be sacked for a loss. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That brings us 3rd and 10.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 45. Wants to go long and does. And got him to the 10. Tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Number 18 makes the tackle at the 3-yard line. That makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 3. Let's see if they can muscle this one in. And they'll get him in the backfield.
I think he made a late read of the defense there. Quarterback needs to be much more decisive with his option reads.
Now he's scrambling. He's taken down around the 6-yard line. So here it is, crucial 3rd down as they try to take the lead. Quick pass. Touchdown, FSU. Kirk, how about that touchdown?
I thought the quarterback made a nice read right here. He checked off his receivers and went to the open running back.
And he adds the extra point. A 7-play, 75-yard drive. And it's good for 7 points. The score now, 7-3. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 25. Florida State's defense really came to play early in this football game.
Well, they've done a good job here early, but you know eventually this offense is going to start clicking. Let's see if this defense can sustain this for the rest of the game.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. And down he goes around the 21-yard line.
He just never had a chance to get any running room. The defense was on him almost as soon as the ball was snapped.
2nd and 15. Ball on the 21. Play action. Fires it out. He gets hit out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 43. Nice run to the outside. Give to the tailback. And they make the stop around the 47-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker. Quick throw out to the receiver. They pick up a few yards there on the pass.
And I'll tell you what, that fake handoff froze the secondary just enough to allow for the receiver to come up with a nice gain that time. Good call.
Caught out in the open. They'll bring him down at the 28. 2nd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down.
2nd and 3.
Heading for the corner. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 13. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 13-yard line. Fires out to his wideout. Touchdown, Clemson! So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. He makes the PAT. Clemson ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
Well, this is a very competitive game. Just when you think one team has gained the advantage or the momentum, the other team comes fighting back, and it's going back and forth. This is almost like a basketball game.
So now the offense comes back out, hoping for the same success they had on their last drive.
Great passing was the key for the offense the last time they had the ball. They were able to pick apart the defense and get down the field for a touchdown.
Gains his way to the 33-yard line.
That's a gain on the play. That makes it 2nd.
It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. Got the corner. Makes it out to about the 46.
Gain 13 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
He makes the catch and has a first down. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. And a great ball game so far as we reach the end of one. The Tigers with a 3-point lead. And we welcome you back to the action here, and we have got a tight one going on in quarter number 2. Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that. From the 32-yard line, 2nd down. There are 5 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. They pick up good yardage that time on the pass play.
Here they kind of put pressure on the quarterback and challenged him to find the hole in the defense. And in this case, he did. Nice job.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. Nice run there.
Great job here converting and keeping this defense on the field. They're getting very tired.
Offense lines up in a 5-wide set, and the defense anticipating pass here. He makes it out to maybe the 16-yard line.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd down and 8. Ball on the 16-yard line. Just throws this one away. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
This is the 9th play of this drive. They keep it on the ground, and a great tackle right there. Fourth down. They'll line it up for the field goal. Florida State is looking to tie things up. The kick is up, and he got it. Fitzgerald is lined up to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick.
These guys have to be more careful with their ball control. To be successful, you need to avoid safeties at all costs.
And he's tackled at the 37. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes. Florida State holds just a 2-point lead. There's a play fake. Good open field tackle.
I think he was going to go to his tight end the whole way, but the defense didn't expect it. Sometimes those big guys can fool defenders into thinking they're blocking.
From their own 48-yard line. First down. Halfback's got it on the quick throw. And he's taken down at about the 47-yard line. A 1-yard loss.
They really just didn't have any room to work on that play. The defense just suffocated them there.
We've got a 2nd and 11. Ball on their own 47. He's at the 40. He lost the ball. Looks like the offense has it. From the 35-yard line. First down. And he's immediately tackled.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
On the ground, and he won't get back to the line. Third down now, and they need to get it to the 25. Florida State with a 2-point advantage. Throws it in a hurry. Knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That was a well-designed and executed pattern, but on third down and forever, it just wasn't enough.
Quick shot to the open receiver, and he can't hang on to the ball. So they turn it over on downs, and that's a big boost for this defense.
In a close game like this one, it's big plays like this that can be the deciding factor.
Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Tackle at the 24.
Loss of 1 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
From their own 24-yard line, it's 2nd down. Takes it right, and he can't get back to the line.
Loss of 2 on the play. That'll make it 3rd and 13.
And he's hit before he can go anywhere.
That'll bring up 4th and 5.
Brought down at the 40. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Florida State is up 2. And he's tackled at the 49.
You can tell he's got a lot of faith in his wide receivers. Even when he's a little bit off target, they can pull it in and make something happen.
Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. And he is drilled at the 45. Third down, 5 yards to go. Ball on the 45-yard line. They knock it down, incomplete. So that'll make it 4th down.
It's a good hold by the defense on 3rd down. Now their punt returner will get a chance to make something happen.
Certainly they don't have the return on here. He punts it away, and it's a great kick. Little too much leg into that punt. They'll bring it out to the 20. Ross's emotional impact on this team, I think, is as big as anything else. And now that he's struggling with the technical part of things and just trying to get the offense going, I think it's kind of affecting the rest of the team right now.
Yeah, it does seem to be affecting him individually. Just watching him, he seems frustrated. He wants the ball in his hands. He wants to be able to make plays and have a chance to affect the outcome.
That's a live ball. They fall on it. From their own 18-yard line. 2nd down. Shipley on the give. Tackled after a decent pickup. Quarterback in the gun, empty backfield, 5 wide receivers in the formation. Fires complete over the middle.
I like this wide receiver a lot. He knows where he needs to be on the field so the quarterback can get him the ball. He made a terrific play to keep this drive alive.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on their own 45. Off to the right, brought down at about the 45.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
He's on the run, and he's sacked.
The defenders played the snap count perfectly. They found the path into the backfield and didn't let the quarterback get away.
They'll line it up again on 3rd down. The sub package in there defensively in this 5 wide receiver set. The freshman makes the catch. Tackle made around the 43-yard line. Throws, and he's right there to knock it away.
Your instincts tell you to go for the pick, but you've got to make the best play you can, and sometimes it's just batting the ball away.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Slings it to his tight end, but he drops it. They've been 2 for 2 on 3rd downs in this drive, and they'll try to convert again here. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun, 5 wide receivers. He's pushed out of bounds at the 34. He's at the 20, inside the 10. He's taken down right around the 6-yard line.
What is going on with his defense? I mean, don't get me wrong. The offense is doing a nice job with 1st downs, and they're executing well, but the defense is just letting them maintain possession and move the ball right down the field. They've got to try to change things up with their scheme. Be more aggressive, attack, do some things to change it up, take some risks.
And this is the 12th play of the drive. And down he goes at the 5-yard line.
Good discipline here by the defense, stringing the option out and plugging the running lanes. That moved them back.
Big 3rd and goal. Can the defense stop him?
3 down. Hey, check Mike 46. Check.
This one will fall incomplete.
Pace was the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 4th and goal.
Clemson can take the lead here with this field goal. Kicks up, and he's got it. They line up to kick this one away. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even, and with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays.
He looked pretty cool back there. Even with the outside linebacker blitzing, he made an accurate throw, and the result is a new set of downs.
1st and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. In the shotgun and 5 wideouts. Scrambling around. They'll bring him down at the 41. Florida State's going to use their first time out of the half here. Now he's scrambling. It's a fumble. Now the defense has it. The safety. And they make the stop at the 38. That's a big break for this defense.
You know, this offense just can't afford to be getting hit with a turnover bug. They need to hold on to the football.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Clemson with a 1-point lead. He throws it. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
From the 38-yard line. 2nd down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. And he throws it away. He's tackled at the 27-yard line.
The play was very well conceived as they were able to get a decent gain and a first down.
And they've got all their DBs in there to match up against the 5-wide set. And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, this defense better start to get pressure on the quarterback. They're giving him way too much time back there to throw the football.
From the 10-yard line, it's first down. And they'll bring him down behind the line.
That makes it 2nd and 14.
He throws. It falls incomplete.
Remember, this is college football. All you need is 1 foot down to be able to make this catch. This time, the wide receiver is just too close to the boundary, not allowing himself to get either his left or right foot down.
Fires quickly. Touchdown. What a strike for the score.
And he did a nice job of looking off his defenders.
And he tacks on the extra point. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Fires out quickly to the tailback. And he's taken down around the 41-yard line. From their own 41-yard line. First down. They come out in a 5-wide set. That's a great tackle at the 50-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 9 yards. That brings up 2nd and 1.
He gets rid of this one. We've got a great game here, folks, as we reach the end of the first half. Clemson's up by 8.
We've played 30 minutes. Glad to have you with us on the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. David Pollack and I here in the studio to break down everything that just happened in your game. Dueling virtuoso performances by both offensive coordinators. I usually like to give the helmet sticker on college football finals to players.
Yeah.
Players. For players.
You breaking the rule here?
I might. I mean, sensational play calling by both of these guys with the headsets up in the booth.
I'm sure they'll be so honored to win one of your stickers.
They should be.
They might even wear it on their visor next week on the sideline, but
it would inspire them.
It's pretty nice to be dialing up everything, and it's pretty nice to be in the rhythm and the flow, and everything seems to be working perfectly. And I imagine this is how offensive coordinators go from offensive coordinators to head coaches, because they put everything together at the perfect moment at the perfect time, and you go, okay, that can't be stopped. And right now, that's what it looks like.
We've done what we can do here at halftime. Time to get you back out to the second half. We'll keep an eye on everything going on in college football. Brad Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit ready with a call.
All right, Reese, David, thanks, guys. Just about set to start the third quarter. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. He's taken down at the 26-yard line. The Tigers continue to get it done on the defensive side of the football, Kirk.
Yeah, they've done a good job of building this lead and almost determined here to protect it. Let's see if they can hold on here for the rest of the way.
There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. Up the middle for a nice gain.
That's a gain of 4 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 6.
From their own 30-yard line, it's 2nd down. Now he tries to buy some time. And he tackles him hard at the 35.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. Zips it to the back. He's gobbled up in the backfield. So the defense does their job well on that series.
That brings us 4th and 3.
These special teams have done it before, blocking punts. It looks like they're coming after this one.
20-yard punt. Out of bounds, it's a 46-yard line.
It's a new possession for this offense, so what will it hold? Clemson is up by 8. Here's a running play. And he makes it out to about the 47-yard line. The running back picks up a yard on the counter.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From their own 47-yard line. 2nd down. There he goes. He's at the 40. Makes it to the 31. First and 10. Ball on the 31. Tackle at the 19.
It's great when a running attack comes through for the first down like this. It makes an offense so much more versatile.
Takes the ball inside. And they got to him before he could get back to the line. So they end up with a loss after calling the draw.
He started out rushing the passer and then just got lucky and ran right into the running back on the draw.
From the 20-yard line, it's 2nd down.
Let's go!
Heading for the corner. Touchdown, Clemson! Well-designed play to get the halfback into the end zone.
Hey, for this guy, it doesn't matter how it's drawn up. He can make his own play as he goes along. That was a nice run.
He makes the PAT. A 5-play, 53-yard drive. And they come away with 7 points.
Boy, this offense right now is just being physical, really controlling the line of scrimmage, and it's opening up some nice big lanes for the running back.
The score now, 27-12. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. Not much luck the last time this offense had the ball.
Down 2 possessions, this offense has to step up and capitalize on this possession.
And he's tackled at the 27.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
From their own 27-yard line, 2nd down. Throwing left. that strike, and he drops it. And that'll bring up a punting situation.
On third down, the defense was expecting the pass, and they defended the play very well in the secondary.
And they're coming after this punter. Brought down at the 42. The Tigers aren't easing back, that's for sure. They're not content to sit on the lead they had.
No, I think they're continuing to go out and execute, try to extend this lead, and just playing overall much better here in the second half.
And offense is back on the field after running the ball very well on their last drive.
This offensive line really opened up some big gaps for the running back last time.
Fires quick, tipped. Well defended that time.
You're right. Great job here by the defender playing the ball, keeping his balance, and getting in the way of that pass.
From their own 42-yard line. Second down. And they get him in the backfield for a loss.
I think a corner loves to have a chance to come up and make a play in the run game. So often they get labeled as just great athletes, and they just want to be involved in the passing game and being able to defend a receiver. Here, you see an attitude from this corner as he comes up, reads the play, and makes the play in the backfield.
There's a strike complete. Brought down at about the 49.
These 3 and outs are quite simply momentum killers. Outstanding pressure here on the quarterback. They sent every one of those linebackers, and even though they couldn't get to the quarterback, they were able to prevent the first down.
He takes it right side for a good gain. From the 46-yard line, first down. Out of bounds at the 44.
That makes it 2nd and 8.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Let's go!
And he's level at the 48.
Loss of 4 yards on the play. That brings up 3rd and 12.
We've got 3rd and 12. Ball on the 48-yard line.
Let's go! Black with the ball!
Halfback's got it on the quick throw. And they hit him in the backfield.
Number 3 brings him down at the 50-yard line. That'll make it 4th and 14.
Gets it away. Wait a minute, he's going to throw. Oh, he had the pick and he dropped it. There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. He's going to try and scramble. There he goes. And down he goes at the 36.
That's a gain of 14 yards on the play. First down.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 36. He lets it go. Oh, he had a shot at the pick.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Nice run to the outside. So it's 3rd down now, and they're going to need about 4. Takes it up the middle for a nice run.
Gain of 7 yards. That makes it first and 10.
Man left, man left. Pull down, pull down. Check 13. Check 13.
And a quick throw. He's taken down at about the 21.
That makes it second and 8.
Second and 8. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Crunch time, defense.
Gets out to around the 6.
Gain of 15 on the play.
Let's go.
That makes it first and goal.
Try left, try left. Pull down, pull down.
Tackle made around the 7-yard line.
Well, you can really mess with an offense's game plan if you can take away their ability to run.
From the 7-yard line, it's second down. Quick throw. They'll bring him down at the 6. It's the 9th play of the drive. He's in for the score, and they're back in it. And he adds the extra point. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Shipley fields it at the 2. And he's taken down at the 30-yard line. So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field. Clemson up by 8. They'll go ground. And he is drilled at the 30.
That makes it second and 10.
From their own 30-yard line. Second down. Nice run there. About 4 yards on the counter to the halfback.
That'll bring up 36.
And they make the stop at the 49. First and 10. Ball on their own 49. He's scrambling. He's brought down in the open field.
That's a gain of 10 on the play. That'll make it second and inches.
Going left on the counter. He's tackled at the 44-yard line.
Loss of 3 yards on the play. That makes it third and 3.
And they'll look to convert here on another third down. Clemson holds an 8-point advantage. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And he's taken down around the 42-yard line. And they could really put their opponent in bad field position with a good punt here. This punt goes over the goal line, and this will be a touchback. This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. And he's tackled after positive yardage. Great display of offense by both teams so far. As we head to the fourth, Clemson leads it 27-19. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the fourth quarter. Nice run, and he's brought down. It's third down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker. 5 wide. He scrambles. Tackle around the 44-yard line.
First down.
Now he's scrambling. Room around the corner. And he's tackled at the 50-yard line.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's second down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do.
Good for a gain of 6 yards. First down.
Runs it right. Nice pickup.
Makes the tackle. That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring us
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. And he makes it out to about the 34-yard line.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
And this is the 8th play of the drive. He makes it to the 32-yard line.
Gain of 2 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 32. And they'll run him again. Gets out to about the 31. Here's play number 10 on the drive. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Gets it out quickly. He steps out around the 20-yard line.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. First down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Boy, did he look determined running the football. Nobody was going to keep him out of the end zone. Well, now that they have a lot of momentum here after this score, it's very important that they keep this thing riding and pick up the 2-point conversion to tie this game up.
Goes for the touchdown, and it's going to be an interception. They don't get it. An 11-play, 80-yard drive. And they'll come away with 6 points after failing on the 2-point conversion.
And the big plays that they had running the football were the keys to that drive.
Excellent kick. He's to the 20. And he's hammered down. It's been a good one so far today. Let's see what happens here.
You know, we still have a lot of time left in this game. It's not as if the offense can just take a knee 3 times and get out of here with a win. I still think they've got to be aggressive. At the same time, the quarterback's got to make good decisions and make sure that he and the running back secure that football, and they cannot afford to turn it over.
So the quarterback completes the slant pattern for about a 9-yard gain. Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. Clemson is up 2. Tackled after a decent pickup.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
From their own 43-yard line, it's 2nd down. And they got to him before he could get back to the line.
That was a loss of 1 yard. That makes it 3rd and 11.
Let's go! Green 95!
They go with a screen here, and the halfback's got it.
It was a well-designed and executed pattern, but on 3rd down and forever, it just wasn't enough.
4th down.
Let's see if he aims for the sideline and tries to get this thing down deep in their own territory.
Great job by the punter of getting the ball inside the 20 and turning over field position for his defense.
This is a pretty crucial series right here. With things being so tight, your best players have to step it up on both sides of the ball. He's to the 10. Slides down to the ground.
1st down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 22. He makes it to the 25-yard line. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
And they get nice yardage on that run.
Gain of 6 yards. 3rd down.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. Gets it. He's in space. Brought down right around the 38-yard line.
Simpson on the tackle at the 38-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
Call it a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. Handoff up the middle. Gets out to around the 45.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. 1st down.
They come out in a 5-wide set. Throwing on the run, and he pulls it in. And down he goes around the 21-yard line.
Number 16 with the tackle at the 21-yard line. First down.
From the 21-yard line, first down. Less than 3 minutes in the game. They bring him down in the backfield.
These guys have the capability to gain solid, consistent yardage. They have to regroup, come out a bit more motivated next time.
And this is the 9th play of the current drive. That's a great tackle at the 31.
Boy, this pass rush is sometimes scary. They're really getting after the quarterback now.
And now they're faced with another 3rd and long as they try to convert and move those chains again. Strike to his receiver, no good. He's short that time.
No question. He had him open, but just couldn't manage to get the ball up enough to allow his wide receiver to get his hands on it.
Might have been some early movement up front.
False start, offense.
Once you're set, you've got to stay that way. The slightest flinch is going to be enough to draw the flag.
So they've moved him back, and it's 4th and long. It has the distance, and he just drilled it from long range. Fitzgerald has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. Shipley from the 1. He makes it out to maybe the 16-yard line. Clemson's ranking, that doesn't mean anything right now.
Now, they've not played up to their expectations at all, but they have the football here late in the game. They're very fortunate to still have a chance to maybe win it because they've not looked like themselves.
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. Just over 2 minutes in the game. And they got him for a loss. There was just no daylight on that play, and the defensive lineman was the reason.
Well, that's one way to get involved in the game. Great stop in the backfield.
It's 2nd and 13. Ball on their own 13. He might not be able to get the pass off. He's taken down at the 17-yard line. And they may need to hurry here.
Well, you'd think so, but there doesn't seem to be much urgency on the field right now.
He heaves it deep. Incomplete.
Hey, that's a heads-up play there by the defender. Get those hands up, and something good may just happen.
Looks like they've decided to go for it here. Tackle made at the 34-yard line. Good tackle there in space. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 42-yard line. A little over a minute in the game. Here they come, and they bring him down for a sack on the play.
Man, as an offensive lineman, this is the worst thing that you want to see. Is your quarterback not only getting sacked, but getting hit like that. Those linemen better pick that quarterback up and start doing a better job of taking care of him.
Black on 5. Black, 85. Hot, hot.
Here they come. Now he tries to buy some time. Decides to slide. The Tigers taking their first time out of the half. 3rd down and long, and they could really use a big play by their quarterback here this late in the game. The cavalry's coming. He throws it. Picked off, and that'll seal it up. He's at the 20. He scores. What a play. And he converts the extra point. This might be the final play of the game. They need to return this kick all the way, or this one's over. He'll take it from the 2. Whoa, he just took a licking. This one's in the books, and our final score, Florida State 35, Clemson 27. So what are your final thoughts on this one, Kurt?
This has certainly been a special game to remember. Clemson had a lot of chances in this one, but a number of costly mistakes squandered those opportunities. Eliminate the errors, and this one could have gone the other way.
For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, this is Brad Nessler saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.